Good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a great day. So, basically, Wisdom Education Foundation of India is an NGO focused on empowering the minorities and marginalized communities in India through education and career development. Today, we have a session on various fellowship opportunities that is varied across the country. We hope this session will help all of us to unlock and navigate impactful fellowship programs and new paths to personal and professional growth. We are honored to have Mohammed Hussain as our distinguished speaker, an American India Foundation Fellow, accomplished career counselor at WEFI Kerala, and he's a person with wealth of experience as a program leader at Kaivalya Foundation and Piramal Foundation, both providers of the prestigious Gandhi Fellowship. So our speaker has some technical issues as of now. He will join within 10 minutes. So if you can all wait for 10 more minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience. Kindly wait for 10 more minutes. We can start our session. I invite Mr. Mohammed Hussain to start this session.
Okay. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. This is a session on fellowships. So I'll try to speak about some of the fellowships, and maybe if you have any doubt on any other fellowships, if I know, I will try to address that. Otherwise, we'll get back to you maybe through the unit. Okay. So WEFI already was introduced by Afshan. So uh, I hope you will be conducting programs on like this fellowship program. We'll be conducting more program on different topics for the higher education of the students in DU. Personally, I have been to DU and I have connection with DU. I have been like visiting DU many times when I was in Delhi. So I'm very happy to be there with you today. Inshallah, there are two more people hopefully joined with me who have done fellowship and associated with the fellowship program, and maybe they will also there to uh, clarify the doubts and all, or maybe they will be also talking something about the fellowship. So, what do you think about fellowship? Is when you hear fellowship, there is an orientation program or fellowship. Can you just type in the chat box whatever fellowships you know you heard about? Like in the introduction part, Afshan has said that I am doing a fellowship. I'm from American Indian Foundation. That name is Banyan Impact Fellowship. So just type to get to know what is your knowledge about fellowship and all. Can you all just type what all fellowship you know in the chat box? Just type. So the names of fellowship you know, just type it. So it will be helpful if there will be many fellowship I don't know, and some of you may be knowing. So by this session, maybe everybody can get to know many other fellowships also. So this will be an opportunity, I hope. So I'll be waiting. Along with that, uh, my screen is also visible, right?
Yes, sir, you are visible.
Okay. So
Yes,
when
sir.
so just when I am talking, in between you can just type the fellowship names you know. Okay. Those who know any fellowship name, whatever fellowship name you know. So there are fellowship. When we hear this fellowship, there are internship, traineeship, apprenticeship, and there are research fellowships also. And there are these type of fellowship like Youth for India Fellowship, Gandhi Fellowship, uh, yeah, Banyan Impact Fellowship, Teach for India Fellowship. Yes. So many fellowships are. So what is the difference between all these things? You may know about internship. Some of you are, I hope some of you will be in degree and some of you will be in post graduation. So you will be, some of the courses need to have like internships as a compulsory part of the course. And maybe in PG, most of the courses will have this compulsory internship or traineeship and all. Okay. Uh, so what is the difference between these? What is the difference between anybody wants to talk? So internship is like if I am studying social work, I'll be doing some internship to get to know very basic thing about what is happening in the social work world. So I may be going for an observation mostly. I'll be just tasting to know the taste only. I may get chance like if there is one month internship, 2 month internship, I may get some taste of that, and that won't be any rigorous thing. I'll be taking very like for like some assignment type of some work will be there. So after that, the internship will cover. The traineeship is also like that, more technical. Apprenticeship and traineeships are like more technical knowledge. If you are in any polytechnic college, engineering, something like that. So those need some traineeship or apprenticeship. There are fellowship for research also. You may have heard about junior research fellowship. They are, you know that, right? So it's also fellowship. This fellowship is given to do the research. So if I got the JRF, I will have to start doing like learning for a research or join for a research PhD in any of the universities in India, and within 3 years, and I will be getting paid from the government. That is junior research fellowship, and there are so many research fellowships given by different institutes also. Like if you are going to study in IIM, IIT, or any other distinguished universities, or maybe if you are in a private going to a private university also, many of those universities are giving fellowships. Like there is the Homi Baba Institute, they are giving fellowship for doing their research. So that is totally different because research is something where we'll be going deep down into problem and identifying everything around that. So that is a totally different program. I think maybe you can conduct a program to understand the research and how to go for the research and all. That can be done. Uh, Fellowship program which we will be talking here today. I have just given a small definition type of thing here. Like it will be a formal. learning with practically doing tasks. So uh, the fellowship program I will be talking here, or maybe you had given the names. No, these fellowship programs are like they are not actually any course, mostly not any courses, or they are not actually any work. You are not going for a job. You are not going for study also. You are doing both, and both in a terms of like most of the things like sometimes 50 percentage of learning, 50 percentage of work. Sometimes it can be like 30 percentage of learning and 70 percentage of work. Most probably minimum 40 percentage of work you will be doing in any of the fellowships. Okay, the fellowship program will be designed like that. Um, so it will be more like practical. Along with that, we will be learning also. So it's like if I give an example, like for Gandhi Fellowship and we have this like Gandhi Fellowship. You will be asked to showcase you are doing about 12 to 14 hours of learning in a day. Okay, so the learning means your work will also counted as learning. So you will be talking, you will be discussing, you will be going to the school, you will be learning that, you will be reading something that will be reading for you. Like in the university, you will be having so many readings and all to learn. Like that, you will be getting some readings, you will be have to write something, maybe some reports, blogs, some so many work like that. So these all counted as learning, and like about 14 hours of work you will have to do. Along with that, so you are doing some work, you will getting the skill, and along with that you are learning also, your academic also you are getting academic learning also you are getting. Okay, so that is like combination of working and academic learning. Okay, hope that makes sense. Do I need to uh, switch into Hindi? No need, right, Afshan? I'm very
Sorry,
sorry.
sir.
Do I need to switch into Hindi?
No need, sir.
No
You can
need.
continue.
I'm very sorry. I don't have much energy today because I got a back strain like in the afternoon, and I was sitting like this for a hour class also just before the session. So I got again the strain more and more. So that's why I actually invited two of my friends also to the session. So maybe I was not sure I will be able to talk much. I'm like very less energy having. Sorry, very sorry about that. During fellowship, what will we do? I'll just given I thought of like giving an introduction. That's for that only, that purpose only I did this PPT. So during fellowship, what you will be doing? You will be doing a balancing of formal learning and learning by doing. So, however we talk about the uh, school education, college education, whatever courses you are doing, other than the very technical courses, very much technical courses you do, like in the polytechnic college, not polytechnic also, even in the IT, maybe you will be seeing, you will be doing the like more practical thing. Other than that, no courses, actually you will be doing the practical in reality. Most of the courses, even the MBBS, for the 3 4 years, you will be studying. Last years only, you will be actually getting into the practical experiences. During fellowship, from the beginning, most of the fellowship, you will be engaged in so much of practical work. So it's a balance of formal learning and learning by doing. Another that will be a great thing to learn because you learn something at some time and you applying after that, no, you will forget everything. All the theories you will forget. All the theories you cannot relate with what you are going to do. Like I did my post graduation in education. After that, when I started working, uh, like after 2 3 months, I forget everything what I studied, the things I missed. I literally didn't forget, but like I don't mind about much of the things because I came to some reality in that work life. So college education and work life is totally different. So job life in the job market, when you come, everything is different than we study. So here what happens is like you are learning along with what you are doing. So you are in something, some work actually, some job actually. where you will also learning. Okay, that's the first. Second one is like you being in a team. So in college, when you study a course, no, even though most of the people came with for that course with the interest and all also, but whichever course you are studying, you may not be having that all people with same attitude, aptitude, and all. So here what happens is like most of the fellowship, the team will be having the like very common shared attitude and aptitude, and that makes us fit into a team. And there will be people who will be like actually doing like having a competition for the same aptitude or attitude. That makes us also like increase our capacity, increase our potential, everything. So that means like teamwork you will be getting, and that will be giving good skills for us. Another thing is like mentors will be from the professional mentors from the field. Like what you say for that? There's a word for that. It's like field expert are there, or maybe corporate team is like uh, industrial expert maybe, yeah. So you will be working with somebody who is expert in that area. So you have a mentor to help you in the fellowship. When you are in a job, no, if you are an employee of an organization or something, you may not get that type of mentorship. So you will be getting a mentor, which is field expert, and that person is there to give mentorship to you, personal mentorship to you. And also you get a professional network. So another thing about the fellowship is like what after the fellowship, you know, most of the fellows actually enjoy what they enjoy is their alumni. Okay, one is their alumni network, the batchmates, their earlier batchmates, and maybe the batchmates after them. So all of this alumni, you know, that makes a bigger network. Other than that, when you start doing fellowship work, you will be meeting so many people. So for example, if I am telling, I am here, then I am in Gujarat now. So I am here as an fellow. So I will be meeting government school teachers, other NGOs people, all these people, and I will be introduced as like not just an employee. I came from somewhere and I'm doing a fellowship and I'm getting a special treatment there. And actually, I am actually getting new networks, and that is like more professional, right? Because uh, it is in the area that I am working or I want to work. I want to pursue my career. Okay, so that's it. Another is like keep you engaged in challenging, varied, and exciting real life projects also. It will keep you engaged. Fellowship. Another thing is like you cannot be lazy. You cannot just sit there because you will have so many deadlines. I don't know how the DU system works. I studied in Azerbaijan, so there we had this work to do. Some courses like there was a course by a professor who was a Malayali. He's not there, Shashinar. His work was like his classes were in 1 week only. Weekly there will be class, but I have to do every day minimum. I have to spend minimum 30 to 45 minutes for his class, next class. So every day I have to spend. So that type of engagement he was giving like that, the fellowship you will be having so much of it. Every day there will be some NGOs will have meetings. Every day you will have to submit something. Okay, some notes or something you will have. Maybe some NGOs will be like monthly you have to submit something. And for that monthly report or monthly something like here we have to write the blog. So that thing it will make like it will push you to do something, not in the university. In university, you may not be pushed that type of pushing. There will not be there. So you will be pushed to do that, and there will be many challenging experiences. I will be, or as a fellow, we will be experiencing in the work life. So many different challenges will be coming because of the deadlines of work we will be getting for our professional growth. Along with that, other things also. Another thing is like the final thing is like if you study, you will get a certificate. Right. You will be getting a certificate. what you get after fellowship is like you will get a story to tell. You will get a story to tell. Nowadays, no, what I actually wanted is stories only. People wanted stories only. So from here, fellowships actually you will be getting stories. So, and also one another thing is like I think some of the fellowship programs I have seen, they had to actually as a product of their fellowship, they have to say a story, write story also. Like I said, no blog when you write, you will be writing like a story. Uh, I have experiences like Gandhi Fellowship people I have seen. I have talked with the Teach for India Fellowship people, and I myself been to like engage in the designing and induction and all for the change makers in India fellowship, and I am doing this AA fellowship. That is the whole my experience from that. I can say that storytelling is something which all of these fellowship programs uh, actually promote. So saying story, no, nobody wants to read your report or something. Everybody like to hear your story, hear your real life experience stories. So you will get so many stories actually, or maybe a bigger story to tell you actually. And this story will tell you next place whenever you want to join, when whichever organization you want to join, you can actually get like you will in the interview and all. Nowadays nobody is actually hiring uh, for your certificate or anything. They will be through the interview, they will be understanding your personality, right? So all these things. So even the fellowship also, right? In the fellowship also, the application process. I will talk about the application process also. Application process, most of the fellowship also like that. They hire you for your attitude. What is your attitude? What is your perspectives on things? How do you want to see things? How do you want to see your career? So these will be the things which will be addressed in fellowship program. And actually, in the fellowship program, you will be trained for that skills you are looking for, you are aiming for. So that's why this fellowship program. I just tried to give an introduction for the fellowship. I think I wanted to spend 50 minutes on that. I think I had spent that time on that. We'll move ahead. Before that, I think before I was not well, I invited two of my friends also. Maybe they will be here. Hamim, do you want to say something about the fellowship as an introduction to fellowship?
Thank you, Sambai. So, no, I think you explained it well. So, I have nothing more than this to speak about fellowships. Yeah, if there is any question, specific question, yeah, I can answer about in the end. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe if you have any doubts on the like the introduction part of fellowship, also you can ask. I'll just introduce Hamim. Hamim was a Teach for India fellow, and he did another fellowship. I forgot the name. Hamim. It was for the journalists. Um, Journalism students and all. It was for. Now Hamim is again doing American Indian Foundation Fellowship. That's how I came to know Hamim. Hamim is from Kerala only. Okay. So Shabir is here. Shabir? No. Shabir Morani is not here, right? Okay. Okay, so the introduction is that.
I am here.
Shabir, do you want to add something about the fellowship? Okay.
I, I was not from of the sessions. I had some location, but something to add. I can.
Shabir, your voice is breaking. Uh, Maybe you can.
Yeah, yeah. There is network issue.
Ah,
Continue.
okay. Can you, if you please try to come to a good network area, maybe there will be questions directly coming to you, and maybe and the doubts. Then please be there. Okay. So then I'll be just I didn't get the all the fellowship name, but these fellowships are now open to apply. Uh, And there are some more fellowship programs uh, under different state governments also. So this fellowship program, I said, no, it's not there in many sectors. If you want to pursue a fellowship program in journalism, you may get fellowship program. If you want to do something on environment, uh, you will get fellowship program. Uh, Mostly there are whatever I know is like more on education programs. There are so many education program fellowships. There are fellowship program on developmental areas which are like health, nutrition, livelihood, vocational education is also part of that. Uh, Along with about all these areas, there are fellowships, and you will be finding some fellowship like Naropa Fellowship, which is a course. It's like a course. Naropa Fellowship is like a course. You can do it in Ladakh, actually. Uh, so it's like a course only. Uh, and there are fellowship for you can apply for entrepreneurships also. Uh, so all these areas you will be getting so many fellowships. So I think about all these fellowships, general things I have to say is like most of the fellowships you will be selected. Some of them are like for 1 year, maybe some like 13 months. There will be 18 months, 1.5 year fellowship, 2 year fellowship, and uh, there are 3 year fellowships also. Some of them are 3 year fellowship, and I don't think more than 3 years there is any fellowship. I don't know. It's mostly till 3 years there are fellowships, and 1 to 2 year is the like common pattern of most of these fellowships. Uh, so whichever fellowship I want to say, if I took a Banyan Impact Fellowship, so I'll just given how to apply. Okay, most of these fellowship you will get direct link in the site. If you just search this fellowship, you can get the direct link. And most of this fellowship, what happens is like you will be applying by filling out your personal information and all. Then you will have to write essays. Actually, most of fellowship, I think 80% of fellowship programs, you will have to write an essay. I don't know, maybe 100% of the fellowships will be, I put 20% for some fellowship, maybe I don't know, could be there. So that's why. So 80% or maybe 90% of fellowship, you have to write some essays. So essays will be like, I will give the example. They will be actually looking for what attitude you are having. So why you are appearing for, why you want to do this fellowship will be one thing. So you will have to check what this fellowship is offering, is that having something match with my career ambition and all. Okay, my passion is there or not? Is it matching with my passion? Is it matching with my career ambition? All these things we have to do. That is one thing, and we have to write on that. There will be another questions like you checking your perspectives also. Like they may give some real life incidents or situations, and how do you respond to that? Or maybe they may be giving like the lamp fellowship and all. They may be giving asking you about to talk about any policy, government policy, because the lamp fellowship is like you will be working with legislative assembly members and all. So what happens is like you have to talk means you should be having some policy knowledge, right? And policy knowledge. So they'll be taking how do you see these things. Okay, so the lamp fellowship and all, you will be getting that type of questions. And also there will be questions like how do you see things, like what you value, what are your values, and what are the challenges uh, you encountered in your life. Like write about your challenge you had in your life in studies or your work life or something, and how did you overcome. That will be one question. So you have to write all these things in a way like one is like you have to write in a hopeful way. You should be having so much of hope about things. Okay. optimistic and all. You have to be. Another is like when you write challenge and all, you have to clearly write. Uh, you have to address these questions in a way that it shows the reader has to understand the what was the actual challenge and how did you see the challenge. So your attitude about that challenge will be you have to actually write, you have to show it how positive you are about the challenge. You have to show it. And also, how did you overcome? So it has to be like in a way like how did you overcome and all. You have to show it like some tangible words and all. Maybe I will say if I use that word is correct, I don't know. You have to write like that. So that way you have to write. And there were some distinct fellowship program will be directly selected from those writing. There will be some fellowship, most of the fellowship you will have to attend a interview. Maybe some of them will be in phone, or maybe you will be the Zoom and all. You will be um, asked to talk to this. And in that interview also you will be checked with the whatever you write. Okay, so you write from somewhere about it, some values or something. And one more thing, I think I'll be messing up things. But I think yeah. So I think when you write no these essay questions, so there will be in Banyan Impact Fellowship. I think you may have like 7 to 8 or maybe 7 to 10 questions. So one question is about what value you have or what strength you have. What are your strengths maybe? And there will be another question. What are your challenges you encounter or something like that? Okay. And this has to be have some math. Like I wrote about like I have these strengths, and in the challenge area I put like just opposite to what I write about the strength. Then this will not match. Okay, so that problem will be there. So those who are like people will be looking after that. I don't know nowadays AI is evaluating or not, but I hope these are being evaluated by people. So they will also find these connections and all, and also in the interview also they will be asking about that. So they will be asking questions based on that, and they will be having these answers with them when they interview you. So that's how they will understand your actually attitude and ability. Okay. So they are actually hiring for your attitude and they will train for your skill. So the Kakatia Fellowship is one of the famous one, which is by Telangana government. So all the government nowadays doing fellowship. So under the CM there will be fellowship. Under the educational department there will be fellowship. Under most of the state government, environmental department also there is fellowship. But one thing is like most of these fellowships don't follow some timeline. Like every year they will call fellowship on time like that, the state fellowships. But the Telangana government fellowship is successfully running from like many years. I know it from like 8 years, 8, 9 years. So it's running very successfully and it is keeping a timeline in my knowledge. Other than that, most of the other fellowships have some limitations. Like in Kerala, there is fellowship under Kerala government also for very limited people. But that fellowship, I think Malayalam is needed. Tamil Nadu, they have three fellowship, as I know, like Green Fellowship, and there is an Educational Fellowship, and there is an EM Fellowship under Tamil Nadu. But I think one criteria is like you have to know very well Tamil for that. Uh, Telangana, but I think there are many people because you don't need to know the Telugu actually to do the Telangana fellowship. So that's why Telangana fellowship have more scope. Uh, and also Mumbai, Maharashtra also had this fellowship. I don't remember the date. It has been like over actually. That's why I didn't keep it here. But you have to check your state, especially you. Most of some of you will be from different states, right? So you have to check the fellowship timeline because they are not having a regular time. Okay. Uh, so this is now open. Katya, that is for like people who want to learn about the policy, public policy, politics and all. Like how do development also, okay, under the government, how do the development things are happening, that will be good. Banyan Impact Fellowship also addressing many areas that is open now. You can apply. Banyan Impact Fellowship, AIF has two fellowship actually. One is in India, servicing in India, and one is in service in US or maybe some other remote area. That is like outside India only. So mostly people will be placed in the US. So that fellowship is like something wonderful because I think if possible, you all should apply for that fellowship. That will be maybe most probably open in next year only after May. It will be open. Now, service in India is open. You can all apply for that. Gandhi Fellowship is a very good fellowship program. If you are a graduate student, not a postgraduate student, or maybe if you are a postgraduate student also, Gandhi Fellowship, I will say, I will suggest for most of the people because that gives immense experience, very deep root experience for you. Uh, because it undergoes like that. And okay, I didn't mention about that. No? In the fellowship, you will be getting some stipend also. Okay, so the stipend will be not like salary for a job. It will be to address your what do you say, uh, your housing, renting allowance, your food, your travel, all these things. Actually, that's why some of the fellowship, like Gandhi Fellowship, I think you get it was like 8,000 or 7,000 in your hand and 7,000 or 8,000 in your like account, which is like they will be giving it when you leave the fellowship, when you complete the fellowship. Okay, together it will be like more than 1.5 lakh rupees. Together it will be given. And now it is changed. I think Shabir here, no, he is a mentor for fellowship program. There are like many fellows under him. He's a district leader for Gandhi Fellowship Program. It's not Gandhi Fellowship Program, some other name, but Gandhi Fellowship only. They have different names. So I think I'm going talking so much, right? Maybe I should stop.
No, sir, you can continue. It is really insightful.
No, I'm thinking that I'm just talking. Maybe you would have some doubt. I don't know. Uh, so there are another fellowship, maybe PG fellowship, responsible entrepreneurship. This is also open now. This is for the people who want to know some entrepreneurship. Okay, so want to see become an entrepreneur or something. And Gandhi Fellowship also like promotes entrepreneurship, but social entrepreneurship. So there is a social entrepreneurship. That is another area, not pure business, but there is like you will do some social service, and that becomes an entrepreneur. So there are those who are in Kerala, from Kerala, you may have heard about green bums. They work in the waste management, one of the top player in Kerala. So that person was Gandhi Fellow. You are in Delhi, right? Okay, so there is an organization in Delhi named Saja. They are like they came up with a very innovative model of like working with school management committee and parents, and that was the founders were two of them were Gandhi fellows. So because they were trained for uh, coming up with a social entrepreneurship. Because all of the fellowship now, even the fellowship I am doing at my 32-year-old, till in this fellowship also, they had suggested me to come up with a project which will be I can take after my fellowship. I can take up after my fellowship to my own like my own my maybe I don't say business, but uh, something which is I made. Okay, like that. So all of this fellowship, you will be having a private read. Actually, you should be asked to uh, come up with a private dream, and your mentors will be helping you to make this private dream happening. Maybe Hamim could be able to tell about that more. He may be talking about that. This lab fellowship is for working with member of parliaments. Okay, so member of a parliament MP will be there to mentor you, and you will be assisting, helping them. Okay, and Naropa fellowship is in Ladakh, and that is like a course there you have to pay some fee, but there are again scholarships for this fellowship, and you will get scholarship for this fellowship. But this is also for entrepreneurship and environment. So this is related with environment and entrepreneurship. Teach for India is another very beautiful fellowship program. If you want to pursue your career in teaching, this will be very wonderful thing because I had I had a program with teachers 2 months ago, I think, or 1.5 months ago. So I suggested everybody this fellowship because uh, in the schools you may not get chances to do so many experiments and all. Teach for India fellowship is, I believe, Hamim has done that, so Hamim is there. He may correct it, but you may get chance to do many your innovation, your uh, like experimentation and all. And also teach for India, maybe you don't know to teach and you are going there. In the Gandhi Fellowship, what happens is you will be just sent to the school without so much training and all. Because in Gandhi Fellowship, you will be getting training in between. You will be like weekly, there will be calling, daily, there will be reporting, and semester wise, you will be having a boot camp where for 7 to 10 days you will be having training. That's why Gandhi Fellowship, the induction program, there is not having a very deep training, but uh, Teach for India, they have like 2 months of training they give, where you will be taught to how to teach, how to make the lesson plan, all these things which is about teaching. Bhumi Fellowship is another fellowship where, like, one of the fellowship which gives reasonable amount, also 30,000 per month you will get after having degree under graduation. If you join a Bhumi Fellowship, 30,000 for me, as per I believe that is a reasonable amount. Teach for India is not giving that much amount. Teach for India may be giving about 24,000 or something. Bhumi is given 30,000. Gandhi Fellowship is given some around 7,000 or something. PG Fellowship responsible giving a good amount, and they are giving a very huge amount in the end of their fellowship program to start some business or something. Banyan Impact Fellowship varies differently, but they also give like 45 to 55,000 or something in between. They will give. Telangana Fellowship also give a good amount. I think more than 40,000 they are giving. In the starting, in the beginning, I know it was 40,000. Now, actually, I had a discussion. I asked to call one of my friends who is still doing Telangana Fellowship for giving the information to you, but he didn't call. That's why. Then another is Prime Minister Research Fellowship. I don't know anybody is doing PhD here. So if there is anybody who does PhD, you can apply for this. But you have to complete 1 year of your PhD program. Or if you are doing any integrated PhD, like after degree you are doing, you have to complete 2 years. Then you will get this fellowship. This also give good amount, like more than 50,000 or something. This Prime Minister Research Fellowship is giving. Okay, so these are those fellowships. I think now these fellowships are open. Some of them the deadline is December last, some of them in January, some of them in February. So don't wait if you want to. What is the total amount of AAF monthly? Okay, AF doesn't specifically say how much they are giving, but it varies in the year. Different years they are like that's what I said. It's from like 45 to about 60,000 between that. 45,000 or 40,000 will be minimum there. Uh, because AIF fellowship I didn't mention, right? Okay, what is one special about Banyan Impact Fellowship is like it is for the people who in US and India. Both of them can apply. Okay, so there will be people who are applying from US also. So half of the team will be US. So there will be a good cultural exchange will be happening. So I and Hamim have now. I didn't have anybody who from US as a friend. Like two of my friends is studying in US now from Kerala, but nobody as a US citizen for me till now. After joining this fellowship, like we have like good connection with some of the US people. So and we understand their culture. We are started understanding their culture, their festivals also. One day there was like in the group there was like so many Thanksgiving, right? I mean, there was this Thanksgiving day or something. So I didn't know. I was not able to understand first what's happening in the group. Then when I actually Googled it, I understood that's a very important state when this whole US state is celebrating like Thanksgiving or something. It was Thanksgiving, right? Hamim? I think yeah. Hamim left. Hamim, yeah. Okay. Maybe he would have left. Okay. Yes. So there are some programs like that also. So we will be understanding their culture and all. So these are the fellowships. There are some more fellowships like need to give names. Rotary Peace Fellowship that will be open on February. Okay, that's an international fellowship. They're taking a good number of people, like about 130 people. They will be taking per year. So it will be a wonderful opportunity all around the world. People will be applying. You can also apply if you have a degree and maybe you have some 2 year experience or something in future for Rotary Fellowship. Mountain Top Fellowship is also an international fellowship. Indian Fellowship Program is an Indian Fellowship Program, which also gives like 30,000 or something. Azim Prajit Foundation Fellowship is purely on education program. It's a 1 year program. It gives 35,000. 2 year, it is a 1 year program. Yeah. There is Goach Fellowship, SB Youth Fellowship. Both have like having like about 25,000, around 25,000 they will be paid. And SB Youth Fellowship is also like SBA Foundation. The brand is their foundation. There is a foundation for them. They will be giving for rural development. Okay. MGNF is Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship. And that is like all around the what do you say uh, country it is there. Okay. So that fellowship actually they were giving for the first year it was like 50,000 payment, second year it was 60,000. But what is the problem with the fellowship is like they don't call every year. They like 3 year before they called like last year means last November they have been graduated like they have finished the fellowship but the next batch was not invited and instead of that some of those fellows who were in the last batch given opportunity for like 1 year extension. Okay, and these are like every district in India one fellow will be there like that. Okay, and this was run by like central ministry and it was coordinated by IAM. So you will be having your session, your training by IAM. Like IAM Calicut was there. IAM Bangalore only it was started. IAM Calicut, all the IAM, 9 IAMs, IAMs were there. So yeah, that's it. Any doubts? I talked too much. Afshan, I talked too much. Yeah.
No, no, it was really beautiful session, sir. So we can open our session for Q&A. So anybody have questions, they can ask now.
Also, if Hamim and Shabir wants to add something, you can add, please.
No, Zen. I think you have covered all parts. I was just listening bits and pieces from.
Okay, any doubts, please?
You have to use your
And I
mouse.
didn't see much name of fellowships here.
For the information of participants, we will have the recording of this video uploaded in your YouTube. So
Oh my
you,
God. That
yeah.
I didn't.
Some questions are from chat.
box, you can check it so, and also you can use your mic
Uh,
for question.
Uh, there is a question from MSN, that is, what is the total? Is AIF paid? Is American India Foundation Fellowship paid?
Yes, it's a paid fellowship. You will get a paid means you don't have to pay a fee. You will be getting stipend, like minimum 45,000 you will be getting. Okay. And you will be all these fellowship, you will be getting so many other uh, what do you say that? Facilities, like you will be having insurance, health insurance. Like in the American Indian Fellowship, I would say we have this what is a emergency SOS and all. Like if I am in, like I am in Gujarat, if there is some issue happening here, like they have this SOS. If I call that number, no, they are responsible to take me from here, even in the, like if needed, like in helicopter only I have to be taken. Like that type of security, most of these fellowships are giving. Health insurance will be there. Uh, there will be payment, like help to get settled. Like I came to Gujarat, right? So in the first month payment, they give 20,000 extra for one time settlement it was, because if I need to get some house and or maybe I have to pay brokerage charge. Well, no, brokerage charge again they will reimburse. You can give the bill and they will reimburse. And if you want to travel, like from the home to the location of the training, beginning training and all, you will be getting air ticket, and also you'll be getting air ticket back to your home also. Most of the other fellowships, you'll be getting third AC, minimum third AC ticket you will be getting for most of the fellowship. If you want to travel, like in Gandhi fellowship and all, you have to all the semester you have to travel, like 4 semesters, 4 time minimum you have to travel to your to the leadership institute. So that you will be paid for third AC, or you will be taken in an AC car. Okay. So Lamb fellow contact number. I don't know. I don't have any Lamb fellow's contact number.
Anuda Asgar has raised her hand. So if she had a question, she can ask now.
Yeah, sure. And there was some women's fellowship program also. Janagraha Women's Fellowship was there. Yeah. I didn't.
Am I audible? Hello,
Hello.
am I audible?
Yeah, now audible. Your voice was breaking. Continue.
So I have thought about how to craft a statement of purpose for fellowship.
Yeah. So, so some fellowship have, like, you may not find many essay questions. You may have one essay question. You have to write the SOP. So SOP is like why you want to do this, right? So when you write that, I think you have to mention what are your passions, what are your strengths. You identify, and how do you fit to this fellowship very well? Like you have to learn these fellowship programs very well. How can you learn from these fellowships? Most of the fellowships have something like their rights, the fellows' rights. Like AAF, if you want, you can go to the AS site and you can read the blog written by the fellows. And in Gandhi Fellowship also, and most of the other fellows also, you can just Google what they have written about their fellowship. From that, you can understand very well about the fellowship. And by that understanding, based on that understanding, you have to say you are fitting for this fellowship. You have to actually, what do you say? You should not just say, I want to say or something, but I want to study or I want to learn or something. Instead of that, I am finding this is a good opportunity for me and I can do something very great here also. Like that, you have to actually say. Yeah. Did I answer or you expected something else?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, good.
Sir, I have a personal question. So how far it is to know regional languages for doing these fellowships? It is important, regional fellowships.
So, most of the fellowship programs, it will be advanced. Like uh, if you have the regional language, it will be great. But if you know maybe like for the North India, if you know Hindi, it will be okay for you. But it will be great. Like I'm in Gujarat, um, I can even work in Gujarat without knowing Gujarati. But I have almost learned like I can read Gujarati now. Like I have been here like 2 months. I can now read Gujarati. I can even talk the basic things. Like maybe I know 25 to 30 sentences how to use. So because why I'm learning now, I'm learning it because I will feel that's what I said in this uh, slide, that you will be pushed to uh, overcome the challenges and all. So what I find the challenge is like I don't need to for my project I don't need to talk with my students in the school, but I need to talk with the teachers only. But I feel like if I can talk to the students, that will be I get more influence, I get more data, I get more engaged in the work, and also that feeling and that thing is pushing me to do that. And also, uh, if you go outside, you will learn the languages. Yeah. Yeah, there is an India Fellowship by Ashoka University. So I think that is also open now. Um, I didn't mention that, right? I need to check. I forgot to mention that. That is also one of the prestigious fellowship program uh, by Ashoka University. So there are like they also like in India Fellowship. One important thing was there was no payment for India Fellowship. I think. Do you know about that?
Uh,
Actually, they give scholarship for doing that fellowship. Otherwise, you have to pay a fee for that fellowship because that is like a course, like a PG course. It is made like the Naropa fellowship. It is like a PG course. Mm. The important thing is like to get the scholarship. 100% scholarship will be the important thing for you. They may be giving a very small statement like you get for the PG and all, PG courses and all. Okay, I have this experience of I applied in India fellowship when I was doing PG, and I got a mail that you have to pay like some amount. Like I got some 50 percentage or 60 percentage scholarship, but remaining amount I will be have to pay. So I didn't go for that fellowship only. So, but I know people who did the Young India fellowship said very great things about that. So it's a very good program. Okay, Mohammed Fasil, you want anything more to know? Afshan, done with the questions? Or I don't have internet or not.
okay, I think there are no more questions. If
Okay.
anyone have question, they can ask now.
Yeah, shall I make the final remark?
Uh, yes, sir. Okay.
I think as a final remark, I want to say that you had seen the fellowship open, right? Right. So I think one is for PG students and one is for PhD. Other than that, all other fellowships you can apply. So please apply for this fellowship, even if you don't want to go. You can apply. It will give good. Means the application process itself, no, by writing that essay, some reflective questions you are attending, you'll get to you'll get to know yourself better, and you'll get so much of confidence, good experience for maybe when you apply for the right fellowship you want to go, or maybe you apply for a PG program or PhD program or something, or maybe you are applying for some courses outside India. So there all it will be beneficial for you. Okay, so please apply for whatever fellowship program comes to you. At least minimum whatever you can do is like whenever you see a fellowship program, do the first registration. Initial registration, you don't need to submit the essay and all. Initial registration thing, everything you finish, so that even if you forget, I used to forget about the application and all because I used to be working in like when I was working before this fellowship, I used to get engaged and busy, and I would forget things. But there will be mail coming for the ending of fellowship that yeah, uh, you it will be reminding you to finish the fellowship, means application. So do that, do the interview, attend the interviews and all. After getting, you can decide not to go also, right? So please apply for all the fellowship. That will be great experience. Okay, and there will be some more fellowship programs and all. If needed, I will share through the WEFI bulletin in Delhi University. Okay. Okay, I will give the list of fellowship programs. I have so many other fellowship programs also. The list is there, but I didn't actually share. Uh, I will share the list. Okay, and maybe I will share a link here. 1 minute. That was done by Hami, who was here. I will share that Insta link. 1 minute. That will be wonderful for you. Because he has beautifully written about fellowship and all. Okay, I'm sharing it in the chat box. 1 minute. Everybody can take the note. Insta story, you know. There is fellowship in the Insta story. Okay. That's an Insta story by Hamim. Okay. So in that, he had mentioned so many fellowship programs. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. And now I invite Mr. Midilaj, one of our content creators at WEFI Delhi University, for a vote of thanks.
Midilaj was here. Okay.
Hello. Yeah. I extend my sincere thanks to all participants for joining our webinar, and a special appreciation to Mohammed Hussain, a Banyan Impact Fellow, for his insightful session for us and his valuable moments. And I thank on behalf of WEFI Delhi University to all of the participants. This is a first beginning of a series of our these kind of fellowship sessions, and we appreciate your continued engagement of every participants. Thank you for making this event as a success, and we are looking forward to conducting more sessions. Thank you all.